Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Head Kick Audio. I've got a very special guest. I got the Mark Lozano. He's going to be competing over at the Rise of Prospects Cage Series 2, and he's going to be fighting for that strap. Okay. This fight is at 170 pounds, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And first thing I want to touch on
Go for
is
it.
phenomenal fighter. Your wrestling is there. Your scramble abilities are there. Your hands are there. The only thing that I have not seen from the Mark Lozano is a finish. Are we looking to
Right.
change that July 9th?
Of course, absolutely. I mean, people have made fun of me for that for a long time. Like, oh, you can go all this time without a finish. What's wrong, bro? Like, people have been making fun of me for that forever. So definitely would like a finish. I'm not gonna force it. You know what I mean? The goal is to win, obviously, and to put on a great performance. But if it's there, I'm not shying away from it. Absolutely not. So yeah, definitely looking for a finish if it's there.
All right, and one of the things that is my favorite thing about your fights is your scrambles and your pressure and your willingness to just not give up when it gets tough.
Right.
Okay. Some of the best scrambles in all of amateur Arizona mixed martial arts. I mean, you have some beautiful scrambles, and I love seeing you get creative. Very, very hard to see some elements you have. This can't strap.
Well, interesting stat is that, or interesting fact about me is that my last fight was just short of a year ago as far as MMA goes. I've had fights since then, but they've been in striking. So you can kind of guess where things have been kind of added to. You can kind of have a guess. Um, but honestly, I'd say the last fight that I've had, I was truly everywhere. I was standing up, I was on the ground, I was on the bottom, I was on the top, I was against the cage, like you name it, it happened. I got hurt, I hurt him, like it was a crazy fight. It was an awesome fight. One of the I mean, feel free to correct me, probably the best amateur fight you've maybe ever seen. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was awesome, and I'm very glad to be a part of it. So I learned a lot about myself more than anything, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like when Stipe Miocic fought Junior Dos Santos for the first time. He got quote unquote the rub, and he just got way more comfortable everywhere. And that's kind of how I feel going into this. I just feel way more seasoned and comfortable, regardless of where it goes. I'm not worried about stuff I can't control as much as I used to, and people will see that when I fight.
Well, and the thing is that you went up against a stud in your last fight.
Yeah.
Split decision, very close fight. Could have gone either way. I
Right.
think we won. The fans won in that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
It was fucking fantastic.
Hmm.
Okay, so you definitely both walked away with something. And
Absolutely.
I think that is going to be like the defining moment of your amateur career. This is where you go,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
This is where
absolutely.
you go forward and onward.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell me about the opponent, Hedgebeth? What does he do well that we got to keep an eye on?
Well, Barry's a tough guy. He's 4-0. I'm not looking past him at all. He's 4-0. I think he's 4-0, right? Or 3-0. He's kind of similar to me, but not as good. He's very wrestling heavy. He likes to kind of pummel in, try to get you against the cage, likes to go for underhooks, overhooks. And before that, he looks to kind of just swing. He just goes after you, and I like that. It's gonna bring out the best of me. I'm expecting him to do that here. It's possible he could change that up a little bit and be a little bit more methodical. I'm not counting on that. It could happen, but he's probably gonna do what he does best. Um, but honestly, I don't really care about what he does. It doesn't matter what he does because I can't control him. All I can control is control my mindset and what I do in there. And I think that's probably something that like cost me my last fight. Anytime I've kind of worried about stuff that I can't control or I've been like a little bit short of confidence, I've fallen like a little bit short, whether it's jiu-jitsu back in the day or wrestling back in the day, or whether there was my last MMA fight, or even like in Muay Thai, for example. Like worrying about stuff that I can't control and not just don't care so much. You know what I mean? I can't control them. Why? Like, who cares? Just be confident and just go for it, and I'm going to win. And that's what I'm going to do next Saturday. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get a nice shiny belt at the end of it.
See, now I keep doing these fucking interviews and just we're getting so close.
Yeah.
thing in this world that I enjoy, it's definitely live fights. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I love my Arizona amateurs because we
Yeah.
always fucking bring it.
Yeah.
Okay. You can count on action, you can count on finishes, and you can count on somebody saying something entertaining or silly on the microphone. Either way, we are, in my opinion, and of course I'm biased as hell, born and
Right.
raised
Of course.
Arizona, and this is in my hometown. So I get to be in the building and feel the buzz, feel the energy. Okay. I'm starting to steal
It's gonna
your
be a
interview,
great
and I need to
event.
back.
No, you're good. You're good. Do your thing, man. It's your show.
Salivating is what I am doing. I am like, it's like there is a fucking healthy steak in front of me and I haven't eaten for a week. That's what this is like.
Yeah. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, you know. So, and the card is gonna be pretty stacked from top to bottom too. So, I don't blame you.
So here's one of the cool things. After your fight, because I'm gonna get to my favorite question. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I know what it
After
is
your
already.
so okay, come
I
on.
already know. I know how you give interviews. I know where this is going.
And the announcer announces you the winner, puts the strap
When
around
he does
your
it. When
waist.
he does it.
When he does it, okay, how we celebrating with that victory meal? Come on, dazzle me.
Okay. Well, mother, just mute the next 30 seconds, okay? But I'm gonna be eating some poutang.
Oh,
So that's my victory meal, probably. I mean, we'll see, but probably that's probably what I'll be eating.
hands down, best answer. Best answer.
I told you this would be entertaining. I told you.
I think that might have been the first time somebody said they were having pussy.
Of course, it's me. I mean, that's what I do. I'm the Mark Lozano. Like, no one's like me in this game. Like, and people, the more I go into my career, the more people will see that I have balls the size of like the whole state of Arizona. I don't care. I don't, like that's how I fight. That's how I've lived my life. I just go for it. So, and if people don't like it, hey, cool. Whatever.
Mark Big Balls Lozano. I mean, it's to it.
I have a fun. It's funny. One of my good friends from Texas that I've known for like 10 years was like, he was like, "Hey, you should have your nickname be the Libido Lozano." I don't know about that one, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, that almost went everywhere. I had to drink in my mouth. That was not fair. That was not fair.
This
Okay,
will be
so
probably your most entertaining interview. You got to have clips of this, like when you like promote it and stuff like that. I mean, you have to. And I'll help you do it.
got a guy. I got
Gotta
a guy.
be done. Gotta be done.
This one. He's going to help me out with this one. So after you've had your healthy portions of of your woman's nether regions, I'd like to talk about what you will be having to fill your hunger inside of your belly.
More pussy.
More pussy. So just that is it. That's all.
I'm not gonna be hungry. Listen, the belt is what matters. That's all I care about right now. You know what I mean? Like, I've worked so hard for it. I've gone on this journey in Muay Thai. I never thought I'd ever win a national championship in Muay Thai. Here it is, right here. By the way, came prepared.
Oh,
That's sick, right? I never thought in my life that I would do that, and it feels like now I'm back. Like when I won the ADCCs for the youth back in 2013, and then I went and it's a crazy story. I went and won that. It was the Abu Dhabi trials in my hometown of San Antonio. Went and won that, and then I won the district wrestling meet at varsity as a freshman the same day. It feels like that Mark Lozano that doesn't care and just I'm back. Like I'm back. You know what I mean? Like I don't care who it is, and I'm ready to just take over everything.
okay. So
That's all I really care about. I don't know if that answers your question or not. I'll probably have steak. I love steak, man. I'm from Texas.
burger.
You have to expect that.
There is burgers in there. I apologize.
No,
Salmon.
you're good.
Steak. I mean, there's plenty of ways you can word that.
100%. Steak is probably. Well, I love steak. That's probably what I have too. Some ice cream too. I love ice cream. So.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
God, that's hard. Probably cookies and cream, man. I don't know. That's a solid. I have so many of them. Cotton candy's a solid one too. Call me a kid if you will, but
Cotton candy ice cream. I don't think I've ever had it.
You've never had cotton candy ice cream?
I don't think so.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just kidding. No, it's good though. You got to try it.
There's plenty wrong with me. It's just I haven't narrowed it down yet.
Well, now I know one thing. So. But
All
yeah.
right.
No,
So,
that's some of the best ones though.
okay. Well, you know what? I'll try it. For you, I'll try it.
You got it. Thank you.
Okay. Now, what are some things that the Mark Lozano likes to do outside of the cage while he's not at work, while he's not training? What are some things that you like to do for fun, activities?
Outside of that, I mean, to be honest, that's all I really do. I've been devoted to this since I was 10 years old. This is all I've ever wanted to do. I've been on a hell of a journey and I've had to grow. Like, this sport's kind of been like a blueprint for my life. Anytime I've ever had to struggle, like, in this sport and have had to overcome it, I take the lessons from, you know, lessons I've learned in the sport and just apply it to everyday life. And I'm very blessed and fortunate to have something like that because so many people in this world are just lost. I probably would be in the same boat if I didn't have this sport. So I'm just thankful for that. So again, I don't know if that answers your question or not, but like, that's kind of where my head's at. I don't really care. I mean, I'm a family based guy. Like I love my mom and, I mean, I could go into this for like an hour about all this stuff, but like, this is all I do. Like, I don't really care about anything else. I mean, I have this book right here and it talks about all sorts of stuff. And it talks about like how, like, as a man, you want to get paid, get laid, and live forever. Basically, like, you want to get the pay. That's the purpose and everything, have success. That's, get laid. That's obvious. Pretty self-explanatory as the woman, the wife, all that. And then live forever as the children. And I'm kind of like the only hope as far as like having children for my family. Like, so that's really all I'm focused on. I don't care about, going to concerts or, doing ecstasy or whatever the fuck these other people do. Like, I'm just a man on my purpose, like all I care about is propelling my bank account, propelling my life in and out of the octagon. And that's exactly what I've been doing since forever and I'll continue to do. So yeah, I don't know if I answered the question or not, but I think that was a good answer.
It doesn't really answer the question, but it is a pretty good answer. You know what I mean?
This is a longer interview than you thought it would be, huh?
That's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good
with
it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so you train with some killers over at Power MMA, and then you also do some striking over at Dan. So why don't you get into the camp? Who's helping you getting prepared at these gyms?
Before anything, I gotta give a huge shout out to Delton Kaufman. I know it's gonna sound a little weird. He's only 15, but he is a killer. His dad's awesome. Like I think he's a 3-time IF MMA world champion or something like that. He's getting bigger now. He's like 6'3" and he's like 15. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know. I don't know what that dad's feeding him, but yeah, seriously. So he's I would say, I know it sounds a little weird, but he's probably my main training partner at this point. He's that good. A lot of the guys are bigger and they want to go with each other, and that's totally cool. But like, I mean, I would argue he's more crafty and trickier than they are. And, he's 15. So imagine what he's going to be like in a few years. You know what I mean? And it's not just him, obviously. Right? So it's not just him. I mean, there's other guys like Sullivan Colley's there, Ryan Bader's there, of course. I got other guys. Peter Casada's one of the guys. He actually set up this fight up for me. This is at Power, and I got other guys too, like Jonathan McCowan and all that. And at Dan's, we got 2 people preparing for the Olympic Games in Muay Thai. We have Jordan Weiland, who I get to train with on a pretty solid basis, and then Tiara Brandt, who's Dan Brandt's daughter. She's going as well. Sullivan's there as well. Solid, Bellator guy that's probably going to be a world champion for Bellator in the 205 division. And there's just a, I have solid coaches but honestly, it's just the consistent, like if you can make it consistently throughout those practices, you're going to be ready, like for anything, I feel. So.
Well, I mean, I tend to agree with you. I've interviewed several fighters from Power, and they could tell me that the practices are no joke. You know what I mean? Sparring's no joke. You know what I mean? There's no easy days. There's no light days.
Never.
So I think that you guys generally do come in prepared and ready to go, and it makes for exciting fights. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if we're talking about Ryan Bader's, Chookids, or whoever. You know what I mean? All of you guys are pretty ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. You have to be the other way. Otherwise, you're in the wrong business.
I mean, yeah, you could do what I did and just, not have a gym, and then it
And
totally doesn't.
how'd that go for you? How'd that go for you?
Well,
How was your record? How'd that go?
well, Steve interview. This is the Mark Lozano, the
Anyway,
Mark
that's
interview,
right. That's right. That's right.
and nobody needs to hear about that anymore. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
We're
but
talking about
I'm yeah. But I can actually
over.
explain how. If you want to know anyway, I can explain how I got that nickname. By the way, I can
Go ahead.
explain it if you want.
Go ahead.
Well, so anybody I went to school with will agree with you. I kind of walked around like I owned the place, and I had several nicknames. One of my coaches or one of my teachers called me Emperor Hung Wee Wee. That's not a joke. I'm dead serious. And then eventually, like, the Mark Lozano just stuck. I think because, like, one of the I was doing this big finals match in wrestling, and this lady said it by accident, and then it just stuck ever since. And I hated it. I was like, that's stupid, that's dumb, whatever, stop it. And the more you say stop it, the more you hate it, more people do it. And so I just stuck with it, stuck, and people would be like, is that the Mark Lozano? I'd be walking into class, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, dude, just it's funny. It's they're being ironic, they're being funny, they're being sarcastic, and I was like, you know what? This is awesome. Nobody else has this, so fuck it. So, but yeah,
I like it. I like it. The Mark
me
Lozano.
too. Yeah, there's nobody else like me. So, have you had an interview like this with anybody else? Be honest.
No.
Exactly,
This thing's
exactly.
all over the place.
That speaks for itself. So.
Yeah, this thing is all over the place. So the fight takes place July 9th over at the Rialto Theatre in downtown Tucson, Arizona. So
Yeah.
that's my hometown. My hometown.
Yeah, I know, and I'm fighting a Tucson guy. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna be fair on the commentary, correct?
I am just going to be me. My commentary is not biased. Everybody knows it.
Well,
Even
that's
the
good
guy.
because I trust you're a good commentator, and I trust you're on your stuff. So that's good to hear.
So even if my guy Adrian Yanez was fighting, it would be fair.
Exactly.
So I'm at 3%. So if you've got any shout outs you'd like to do, get them done now while this thing is still on.
Shout out to you first and foremost for taking the time. You're a busy man. You're a successful man. I appreciate everything you do. I've already given pretty much everybody my shout out. Yeah, this is way longer than I thought it was going to be. You probably think the same thing, but hopefully it was worth the wait, and hopefully you get some good ratings and everything. I'm doing my part here. I want to make sure that it's entertaining and people have something to watch. And people will have something to watch absolutely on July 9th when I walk out of there with that nice shiny belt around my waist.
All right, give me a prediction and a round. Let's go. 2%.
I don't have one. Just me winning. It could be a submission, it could be a TKO, it could be a decision. Either, I don't really care. I'm walking out of there with a nice shiny belt and a big smile on my face, and the ring girls would be very happy to take pictures with me afterwards.
July 9th, Rialto Theatre, the Mark Lozano, the welterweight title, Rise of the Prospects, Cage Series 2. Until next time.